How's it going, everyone? Last time in my Black Ops 2 class setup series I brought you a loadout to survive the team deathmatch game mode. So in this episode I'm going to focus on a class for the new game mode as part of the Uprising DLC, Arms Race. Arms Race is pretty similar to Team Deathmatch, but with one little twist in that you get more score bonus per kill. Like I mentioned in that Team Deathmatch Survivor video, the score for getting kills in TDM is pretty low, so it's quite difficult to achieve those high-end score streaks. But with Arms Race, you can acquire them quite easily, so that's the main focus of this class, to use the extra score bonus to start a score streak war. So let's get started and jump straight in with a look at the weapons setup for the Arms Racer. We're going to choose an assault rifle once again, but this time we're going to go with the M27, with it being quite a reliable weapon. It lacks some of the power of weapons such as the Scar H or the AN94, but its main traits is a fast reload time combined with low recoil, which makes it easy to pick off people even at the farthest of ranges. As always, we're going to need the quick draw handle, with it being an assault rifle and having that slightly slower aim-in speed. With the M27's slightly lower damage, you're already going to be at a slight disadvantage at close range, so that quick draw handle is just going to improve your ability to snap quickly onto target. You don't need any optics on the M27, with it having really nice iron sights, plus it's got a fast reload time as standard, so you don't really need the fast mags attachment. So instead we're going to go with the suppressor, which isn't going to inhibit the weapon's performance too much, since as the M27's got quite low close range damage. But those extra stealth benefits plus the elimination of that muzzle flash is really going to help you prolong those kill streaks by making sure you're not hunted out immediately when you appear as a little red dot on the radar, plus making sure you get all your shots on target without that muzzle flash getting in the way. We're going to use those score bonuses in Arms Race to acquire our own score streak rewards, but that also means the enemy players are going to be doing the same thing. So Arms Race is a game mode where you're likely to see a lot of stealth choppers and enemy air support in the sky. So for the secondary weapon we're going to go with the FHJ-18 anti-air rocket launcher. So moving on, let's take a look at the perk setup and score streak reward setup for the Arms Racer loadout. The main feature of this setup is to acquire those high-end score streak rewards to start that score streak war. So for perk number 1 we're going to go with the hardline perk to maximise on these new abilities of racking up those score points. As standard you get 150 points per kill in Arms Race, so we'll combine that with the mathematical deductions of hardline and it's going to mean you get your score streak rewards much sooner. Then we've already equipped the anti-air launcher to counter the enemy's air support, but to make life much easier and make sure we're not obliterated by enemy hunter-killer drones or stealth choppers, we'll go with the blind eye perk to make us undetectable. Toughness for perk slot number 2 is one perk you don't want to leave home without. I always have a nightmare when I try and run a class without the toughness perk. Whenever I engage in a head-to-head gunfight I always find my aim just being knocked way off target. And as well as the perk 1 greed wildcard, we're going to run the perk 2 greed wildcard, double up on perk slot number 2 and run the scavenger perk. Because this is a class aimed at acquiring those high-end score streak rewards, you're going to want to make sure that you don't run out of ammunition halfway through a nice kill streak. That then fills up our complete pick 10 system, so we can't afford any points to spare in perk slot number 3, but overall we've got a nice competitive class setup that's going to make it easy to rack up those points and acquire those nice high-end score streak rewards. Talking about score streak rewards, let's move on and take a look at the setup we're going to run for this Arms Racer loadout. With the combination of the extra score bonus from every kill, plus that deduction from the hardline perk, it's going to be much easier to acquire the higher end score streak rewards than it would be in any other game mode. We're also going to want to choose score streaks that are going to stack to make it easier on ourselves to acquire the highest goodies available. So first up we'll go with the stealth chopper. That combination of hardline and the extra score bonus is going to make it a lot easier to acquire the stealth chopper, and once it's in the sky, as long as it doesn't get shot down, it's going to rack up a fair few kills and put you well on your way to your load star. The orbital VSAT might have been a better choice to allow you to then stack up to your highest score streak reward, the Swarm, but there's no denying that the load star is much more fun to use and it's got to be one of my favourite score streaks in Black Ops 2. If you're lucky enough not to have been killed while controlling your load star, you can then continue your little kill streak and then hopefully get all the way up to your Swarm. Once again, that combination of hardline and those extra score bonuses is going to make it a lot easier to acquire the Swarm as opposed to the normal game modes. As long as the luck's on your side, you've got all the tools necessary to be able to achieve it. The M27 is going to do a great job of taking people down. Then you've got the scavenger perk to make sure you don't run out of ammo. Then hopefully that combination of the suppressor, the toughness perk and blind eye is going to make sure you don't end up dropping down dead in the most annoying of circumstances. So give this setup a try and let me know how you get on with it in that new arms race game mode. Don't forget it's a limited game mode, so hopefully I'll get this video out before it ends up being taken off the playlists. One of the main gripes people have about Team Deathmatch is the score bonuses are too low. So what do you think about this new arms race game mode? Do you think the standard score in Team Deathmatch should be 150? Or do you prefer it being slightly more gun-on-gun orientated? If you do have some fun with this setup, or if you just enjoyed my video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up or a like down below. You can also check out the link to the full playlist down in the description. And while you're in there, there's a link to my Twitter and Facebook profiles, as well as links to be able to subscribe on YouTube, or to subscribe to receive little newsletters by email every time I post a new video. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.